From News 19, I'm meteorologist Daniel Bonds. Here is Hurricane Raphael, now a Category 2 storm with winds up to 100 miles per hour, gusts up to 105. It is expected to gain some strength before making landfall. It looks like in the western part of Cuba, possibly becoming a major hurricane as it does move across Cuba and then into the Gulf of Mexico, anticipating it to weaken as it does move into an environment that's going to be less conducive for tropical systems, but something we'll continue to watch as it does move into the Gulf of Mexico. The moisture across the southeast will increase. Here are the spaghetti models, pretty good consensus in the short term, and then as we kind of go into the weekend and we'll say Saturday and Sunday and possibly into Monday, those models do diverge at that point and kind of go all over the place. So that would be through early Monday morning. Here's the tropical track from the National Hurricane Center with the cone of uncertainty. You do have those hurricane warnings in effect, also have tropical storm warnings in effect for the Keys. So there are some watches and warnings in effect with Hurricane Raphael. Tropical storm force wind chances, obviously very, very high through this purple area. The hurricane force wind chances high as well, at least for parts of Cuba and then into the Gulf of Mexico. Wind radii forecast here. You notice not a very large wind field, but still something we'll continue to monitor as it is expected to move across Cuba and then into the Gulf of Mexico. Here are the hurricane force wind chances at this point, very high as it moves into Cuba and then into the Gulf of Mexico. So a storm we'll continue to monitor. Watching this area, National Hurricane Center does give this a low chance of further development over the next 7 days. So that'll be one we'll have to watch as it does move generally towards the Bahamas. Atlantic hurricane season, a very long season, obviously, and a busy one too. We've had 17 storms, 11 hurricanes. Obviously, our latest hurricane, Raphael, now a Category 2 storm. So pretty busy season out there across the Atlantic, and we'll continue to follow Hurricane Raphael as it does move into the Gulf of Mexico. Back here at home across the Midlands, yesterday we did manage to make it to 80 degrees. We'll probably be in that same range, it looks like, later today. And so far for the month of November, temperatures have been at least a little bit above normal each day. Did pick up 0.15 of an inch of rain. Haven't had a whole lot of rain this morning. Not expecting a whole lot this afternoon, but then as we get late into this afternoon and tonight, those rain chances will increase. Record rainfall for today is 1 inch and 2/10. Record high is 82. The record low is 23. So 82 degrees our record high. We possibly could be close to that because we are expecting high temperatures right around 80 degrees. But as we do move through the rest of your day, showers start to develop. This is 4 o'clock and this is 6 o'clock. Heavier rain in the southern half of the Palmetto State. Latest from our forecast model run shows the heavier rain probably in the southern half of the Midlands and the southern half of South Carolina. All of us will probably get at least some rainfall, but the heaviest appears to stay, at least the majority of it, stay south of the Midlands down in the southern part of South Carolina. This is Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon at 12 o'clock. Do still have some more rain. As we get into the mid-afternoon hours of Thursday, those rain chances will start to decrease just a touch. As we do look ahead towards Friday, in particular Friday morning, can't totally rule out still a small chance for some showers. Probably you'll see a little bit of sunshine before the day is done on Friday with still more shower activity along the coastal region of South Carolina. Here's how our forecast model sees the rainfall. Now, I'll show you this, but you'll notice some very high amounts of rain, at least from our in-house forecast model here, showing down towards the low country of South Carolina. We can get too caught up on these totals, but I will say that appears to be an area we'll have to watch. We also will have to watch over in the western half of South Carolina. Weather Prediction Center indicating up to about 4 inches of rainfall. And that's where the excessive rainfall risk is, really that red area there. That's where the highest risk is, at least at this point. That would be late tonight and into early parts of Thursday. And that's also where the flash flood watch is in effect for Aiken County. That will continue until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So Rain Thursday, a little bit of rain possibly early on Friday. You notice the American model shows basically that same idea. Here's our forecast for today. High temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Record high for today is 82, so we might be a near record. Heavy rain possible tonight as lows only drop into the mid to maybe upper 60s. Do believe our weather will improve a little bit on Friday with only a small chance of rain. We're going to keep things dry over the weekend. Upper 70s to near 80 degrees for Veterans Day. Mainly sunny on Tuesday with highs right around 78. Myrtle Beach forecast looking pretty good over the weekend, but there may be the possibility for some rain along the coastal region for Charleston and Myrtle Beach on Monday. Greenville forecast can't rule out a little bit of shower activity possibly on Sunday and maybe into Monday as well. Those temperatures drop down a little bit on Sunday. 8 to 14 days out, warmer than normal conditions November 13th through November 19th, and we do expect at least that small chance for wetter than normal conditions during that same time frame. You can follow me on the social media outlets. Have a great Wednesday.